This episode of Inside Golf Podcast is brought to you by Inside Sports Network.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Boston Capital, Twiddle Steve on the Hold the Green podcast.
All right, we are live. Tapping birdie.
All right, Carson Young is here.
I bet Ludwig at 28.
Let's go. I bet
You
him
did
at,
too?
I bet him at 25.
Low sevens. I think there's some guys in here we like.
Harris English at 7,300.
I love Brian Harmon at 3.5% this week.
Good evening, everybody. Happy Tuesday night. It's your boy Capper with Twitterless Steve to go over our best bet show for the WM Phoenix Open. We got a lot of stuff to cover. The weather is giving us all types of different stuff, Steve. I'm sure you're going to set us straight, right? You're going to give us all the answers on Tuesday night?
Oh, of course. I think I'm going to create a lot more confusion actually tonight. I like how you framed it, our best bets or best bet, because I think you've only made 2 bets.
Yeah.
I have actually not made a single bet yet because of this weather situation. I'm still trying to figure out exactly how it's going to play out, who I want to target, if it's going to wipe out anybody. And I did not expect this week. Coming into this week, it looked like it was going to be a very boring week, both in terms of weather and course setup. And today kind of threw a monkey wrench into everything on 2 fronts. So we can start wherever you'd like. We could go weather.
Weather.
You want to do weather first? Okay.
Weather.
All right.
And listen, for everybody, listen, I know we did this a lot last year, and it is important. And listen, we don't want to talk about the weather for 20 minutes, but when we're talking about if there's a huge wave stack, we're not a DFS show, but if there's a huge wave advantage as far as like somebody's going to get completely wiped out, you have to consider it when you're placing outright bets. It's not just the DFS thing. So let me just throw that disclaimer out before I get a message.
You unfortunately do. There's nothing worse that, I mean, this also is a reason not to rush to bet on DraftKings, the only book that is offering odds on Sunday night, to fill out your card to get CLV.
Yeah.
And then something like this happens this week where weather goes completely chaotic, and all of a sudden you look at your betting card and maybe 7 of your 9 guys or 4 of your 6 guys happen to be on the wrong wave. So sometimes it pays me.
All right, so with that in the Discord, so another reason for you guys to become an insider in the Discord. We've already been talking about the weather for maybe 9 to 10 hours at this point, I feel like, today. So anytime you can get that, because we're talking about round scores, right? Not just outright bets. There's opportunity to make money there. And Steve puts it out. And this seems like maybe a good opportunity, because Stevie said they're about a stroke and a half off based on what you're looking at. If the weather holds up the way it is,
you're giving away the goods, sir. Yes,
I know, man.
So,
yeah.
Well,
you can't just blanket it.
Well, I haven't placed any yet because I want to see how this plays out, and maybe I'll just show you right now what we mean by it. So let's. I prepared a supplemental podcast, basically kind of like our own weather report. The only thing missing is I'm not in front of a blue screen with a suit or anything, just pointing at random things. So I have a little PowerPoint here that we will share right now. And here it is. Let's just start with this story. So this is what it was like at the beginning of the week. And this is actually what it's like on your general national weather forecast for Scottsdale. Looks pretty benign. No wind, relatively warm, nothing really to worry about, right? Well, there's the high resolution models, and there's 2 of them. One is the North American model, which is, if you use Windfinder, the super forecast, that's what that is. It's a more precise model. It looks at Doppler forecasts within like a 5-kilometer radius, compiles a forecast. And this is what it spits out for TBC Scottsdale, is a much different picture. 15 to 45 mile per hour winds, which, by the way, that is a red flag in itself. When you see, you see moderate sustained winds, and then gusts of 45. Like,
It's pretty good.
how reasonable is that? And then the sustained winds sustain itself. They're about constant throughout the day. The gusts go down to about 25 miles per hour in the afternoon. So coming out of the east here. But that is quite a bombshell to throw on a Thursday. Particularly, it looks like anybody playing first off on Thursday morning is completely dead. Conditions are tougher. They're tough in the afternoon. Not tougher. They're tough in the afternoon, but not quite as bad. So, but then you get to something called the HRRR, which is an even higher resolution forecast. That's 3 kilometers.
It's the
and
pirate.
it just causes even more confusion. I don't think you've seen this yet.
I saw it in Discord.
Yeah,
because Thursday starts and Thursday begins.
Okay, so it shows a similar story. Big winds Thursday morning. However, right when play tees off, suddenly the wind kind of dies between 8 and 10. And that's different from this story right here, where they're getting pounded immediately with the wind before it starts picking back up. And then conveniently enough, as we go live, this is when it cuts off the high resolution forecast and it goes back to the national model where it just shows perfect conditions, which is clearly not the case.
Another reason to join the Discord. You'll be getting all this premium weather as the days go on.
Exactly. So why don't I explain exactly what's going on here? Okay.
Yeah.
So this is actually the local forecast. This is actually another reason to be confused as well. So, and this kind of gives a little more context as far as what's going on. So just a general description from the National Weather Office in Phoenix. Wind gusts are expected to increase from Wednesday evening through Thursday. The breezy localized gusty conditions will mostly impact the lower deserts and southeastern portion of the region. So that's actually south of Phoenix. Okay. Peak gusts are expected Thursday afternoon in the higher terrains, which is important. I'll show you in a little bit. But basically, this is what's going on.
They said the afternoon, and we're showing morning.
Exactly. So it seems like it is all over the place. Are the peak winds going to be in the morning? Are the peak winds going to be afternoon? Here's what's kind of going on right here. So right now, the western region of the United States is dominated by high pressure. Actually, temperatures are unseasonably warm for Phoenix right now. It's actually in the 80s, which doesn't seem uncommon for Arizona, but in February, that's actually pretty warm. Yeah, so, well, I mean, we've seen colder temperatures, at Phoenix in February. We've seen like 55.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's the desert. It still gets cold. I'm saying the desert gets cold.
Oh, okay. I misheard what you said. But anyways, high pressure is dominating right here. And if you know anything about weather, high pressure flows in a clockwise direction. So the wind circulates like a clock. Well, low pressure is starting to come in from the Baja and off the coast of California right here. And the wind goes in a counterclockwise direction in low pressure. And wind generally travels from high pressure to low pressure, which would explain the strong eastern winds that are going to be coming through Arizona as this low pressure starts creeping in. So this seems like it's going to be a legitimate wind event because this low pressure is developing and is going to move in. As the high pressure moves out, the wind is going to increase, go towards the lower pressure as it moves into the area. Seems like we will get some wind. It just depends on when and how much. And the reason why the models are all jacked up right now is this is just a high resolution forecast of just the Phoenix area. So if you don't really know the area, Maricopa Valley right here, it's the lower, it's a valley right here, and it's surrounded by mountains. So higher elevations have higher wind speeds because there's just less surface friction. And then once it gets down off the mountains into the valley here, the wind speeds are generally lower. Well, TBC Scottsdale happens to be situated right basically at the bottom of the Fountain Hills right here. Okay. And a couple miles to its east, there's some pretty higher mountains as well that is showing a lot higher winds. So what's going on here is I think the forecasts are all jumbled up because if you just situate the higher resolution forecast a couple miles to the east in the higher elevations, you now see on the HRR forecast, the really strong winds in the morning.
Okay.
But if you just go a couple miles south, now all of a sudden the winds start to decrease a little more. I mean, this is really all over the place. It's calling for 8-mile-per-hour sustains with 31-mile-per-hour gusts at 9 a.m. It just means this forecast is very volatile right now. So I don't really know how it's going to play out. It seems like at some point there's going to be some wind. I think a general consensus of probably what's going to happen is I don't think it's going to be 40-mile-per-hour winds. I think it's probably going to settle more in the 15 to 25-mile-per-hour range, which still can cause some problems, but it's not a death forecast.
Yeah.
But I would like to have a little more clarity of when this wind is going to come in, how long it's going to last, how strong is it? And it seems like right now we're probably not going to know that answer until tomorrow, most likely.
Okay.
So,
well,
knowing that, I don't have a bet down. I have guys who I have circled who I want to bet, and I'll describe why I would like to bet them if I think they're going to be in a favorable weather, wave, or it might just be the same the entire day. It might not matter, and I'll just pick whoever I want. But that's generally where my head is at right now. Obviously, I will post my card when I have it tomorrow, once I get a better idea how this forecast is going to shake out. But that's basically what's going on right now. I think that is why all these forecasts are all over the place, because you have some areas in the region that is not going to have as much wind because they're in the lower valley, but it's also picking up what the wind is going to be in the upper elevation areas, which is a higher wind speed, and it's just throwing everything crazy right now. So, all right, that is what's going on right now.
Great.
Yeah, great. So great. I'm glad I was able to explain to everybody.
Like a good CIA mission into Central America, a bunch of disinformation to confuse everybody.
There you go. Okay, well, there's one other thing too that's going on.
Hold on, real quick. Somebody asked it.
Yeah.
Hold on, real quick. Somebody asked a decent question. So this is a DK question as far as like sharps versus casuals. Probably there's more casuals in here, but as far as there's an edge for like a wave advantage, there definitely still is. If you look at how simple last week was for showdowns by stacking guys on the North Course, only 6% of the field in the GPP stacked everybody on the North Course. So there is definitely still an edge.
Wait, what?
Yes. In the 25 or
okay, remind me next year to play Showdown then.
I tried to tell you.
That's insane. Have you ever watched this tournament before?
Yeah. It's crazy. So
okay.
Look, I'm sure some people got lucky with the Justin Rose, right? But for the most part, the play was obviously stack your guys on the on the North Course. Yeah. And only 6% did a 6-6 stack, and I think it was only 8% or 9%. Fuzzy math that did like 5 of 6. It was crazy. Like and if you looked at like the leaderboard, like everybody who was made any money was 6-6. I mean, so there's definitely still advantages there because we live in such a small little bubble ecosystem in this golf weird world. You got to remember, like a lot, especially on the DFS side, there's just a bunch of guys looking at fucking spreadsheets and spitting out projections and numbers, and that's it. They just go play. It's not the game that we play. It's a completely different game, right? They're just looking based off of leverage projections, put it in a lineup builder, spit it out, go. Like that's it. They're looking for ROI. They operate like Rufus, right? So they definitely operate at different. So this is definitely edges to be found if you watch ball, as they say.
Right. Yeah, of course there is. So I'm very surprised that more people.
Crazy. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah. I'm going to put a reminder on my calendar next year to play Showdown, actually. if people are going to approach that tournament that way. All right. So the other thing that's going on this week is we were hearing rumblings about how the rough is up at TPC Scottsdale. We mentioned that on Sunday. You had also heard that as well. We couldn't really verify exactly how long the rough was going to be until today, because I actually asked the question. I asked my contact at the GCSAA. He first actually gave me the wrong answer But then he corrected himself. Thankfully, he did because he's a great guy and is very well connected as well. And what we found out was the rough is actually going to be 3.5 inches this year of overseeded rye. Now, typically it's between 2 and 3. So that's a pretty big jump, though, from 2-ish to about 3.5. But there's different ways you can think about it. And maybe I'll throw it to you right now. So you think about TBC Scottsdale, where you didn't typically have very Pinot rough, but you also had this outlying area with the desert and cactuses. And, you know, without a lot of rough to maybe stop a ball, it would just roll in there, maybe incur a penalty. So I guess, what do you make of this longer rough this week? Is it going to change anything for you? How do you think it's maybe going to play out as far as how this tournament goes?
I think it's made for the players, for the babies, for the pampered babies, just like they did the ring around 17 at Sawgrass, just to make the balls not go far, so the guys don't throw the temper tantrums and they don't get penalized for a horrible hit, right? Because God forbid a golfer gets penalized for a bad swing. That makes them just lose their mind, because my sweet spot is 3/4 of my club. There's no way I hit it that far right. And it's insane. Like, I don't know. I guess we'll have to see how it is. I really hope not, man, because part of this is it's the chaos, man, especially on a holes like 17. Like, that's the danger of, and you have to think about how you're going to play your shot. It's so, yes, Scotty probably wanted a rough. Exactly. Yeah, it's going to benefit the player. Like, I don't know what golf course sets anything up other than the PGA Championship to penalize a golfer. Other than the PGA Championship, nobody. I guess the U.S. Open does too, but other than those two, nobody sets it up to penalize the golfer.
I mean, Jack Nicklaus right now is completely insulted right now with the memorial, because he'll punish you, or you know, Arnold Palmer's rolling in his grave right now with Bay Hill. But all right,
well, Bay Hill's not the rough. Bay Hill's just the how's the course is set up.
Oh no, they got some decent. The rough is pretty sticky there.
And, yeah, I know. I mean, it's Florida. Like, so Florida rough, right? You just fucked regardless. I don't know. What do you think? I mean, maybe I'm just being dramatic. I don't know.
Well, I think there's a couple of ways you can look at it. One is, if you have some longer rough, you know, that might favor some bombers. The problem is, though, there's not as much high volume of long approach shots where it would really affect it. It's also going to be really warm there, so the ball's going to fly farther. So that's probably going to shorten up the golf course a little bit. So maybe that doesn't favor bombers as much as far as when you think about like longer rough. On the flip side of the coin, what it could do is, with longer rough, it is harder to control the ball out of it. So you want to be playing from the fairway. But the longer rough also could prevent balls from bouncing into the desert, into a cactus, and maybe you won't have as many penalty strokes because the balls just kind of get caught up there.
Yeah.
So could increase the importance of around the green play, specifically off of tighter lies. If you happen to, because the driving accuracy rate is pretty low here. And if we do get some wind on Thursday and firm fairways, probably guys are not going to be hitting a lot of fairways. It's probably going to be a little bit up and down contest. Friday, Saturday, Sunday looks pretty benign. I think somebody made the observation that potentially could favor the extremes. Like, it's going to favor the uber accurate guys who can just keep it in front of them. Mm-hmm. But also might favor the bombers who, just blast as far as possible, and the rough might, stop it a little bit. And it might be guys who are kind of like, a slight, maybe average distance, average accuracy who get punished the most. For me, though, it didn't really, it's not really.
Yeah, I think said that.
Yeah, it's not really changing much for me. I basically was still targeting guys who are pretty good drivers. Plus distance, plus accuracy, because accuracy is hard to predict as far as not only how many fairways you're going to hit, but where you miss it. So, I still was focused on guys who hit it pretty good between 150 and 200. Guys are pretty good putting on overseeds. So, guys who pretty good. Some of these comp courses that I looked at this week that we mentioned on Sunday, guys who might have decent around the green play because that might be a little more important this week. I didn't really deviate too much from what I typically use to handicap this tournament, but it's interesting. It's gonna be interesting to see how this plays out if it actually has a material effect on the tournament.
On how it plays.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we'll have to wait and see. I always feel like when we build up any type of thing where like the rough gets bigger, unless it's like seriously dramatic, it doesn't kill us all.
Yeah. Well, last week they were commenting about how the rough was juicy and like it's always really thick at Torrey Pines, but because of how it rained a lot at the beginning of the month, and I think guys are making comment of like balls were kind of wet in the rough and you might get some mud balls, and they tore up the south course. They tore up the south course on Sunday. Exactly. And Justin Rose got to 23 under and set the scoring record. Like these guys, it's
too good.
Unless you throw wind at these guys in firm conditions, they're too good nowadays. Not only the ball flies farther, but it flies straighter, especially off the club face, especially off with the irons as well. Like that's part of the reason why Cognizant is no longer the car crash tournament that we used to see, because just ball flies straight and the trouble is around the green there with the water hazards and you're just not missing as much. So, and you kind of see it everywhere now. So, but we'll see what happens. Thursday will be interesting with the winds. Hopefully we get a little bit of clarification by tomorrow. But with that, do you want to get to the tip chart?
Oh yeah, sure. I already forgot about that. Yeah, let's do it again. That's fine. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we don't have our producer here. He said he was going to be here, but I guess I will do it again. So.
Typical Philly scum.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not. You know what? I got into it enough with him last week. I think I offended him with needling him about the OC talk. I shouldn't talk, by the way. We got Matt Nagy.
Oh, Matt Nagy. I was gonna wait till Saturday. You're
gonna wait till Saturday to talk about that? Yeah. Maybe we'll save our NFL stuff to Saturday. Because we're gonna do our preview for Pebble, and then we'll go over final NFL bets. We'll get a final temperature check on you before the big game. We'll do all that on Saturday.
Oh, and I'm hosting now. My buddy was supposed to host because I've always done it, and I was like, hey, why don't you host? Because he has like 9 fucking smokers and grills and shit. I was like, why don't you do it? And he's like, okay. And then his kid's coach fucking scheduled a double header for a baseball game on Super Bowl Sunday, like a fucking monster. So I'm gonna have to fucking host now. I'm like, God damn it.
That's the worst. You guys sweat the Patriots and host.
So listen, I've done parties for the most part. Like it's fun. Like everybody knows what they get when they walk into my house. You know what I mean? So it's not like I have. Listen, you're in my house. You know what you're signing up for. Because like Pete's just like I am. Like I have people yelling at the TV with me. Like, where's that guy going? Everybody go nowhere. Like that type. Like just it's fun. I usually get the squares.
Great reference.
Yeah. And so that was a big one. So when my kids were littler, I used to get like a bounce house for the kids, and like it was fun. It was always a good time.
Okay.
And then obviously they tapered off over the years. The last one was small. This one will probably be like 8-10 people. You know what I mean? With their older kids now. But at least I don't have to drive. That's nice.
That is nice. You can get drunk and angry in the comfort of your own home. So,
the mess is the problem, though. The mess is always the problem.
That is true. All right, tip chart. So you got 8 guys.
How many we got?
Oh no, I'm sorry. You have 7 guys on this list. You're pretty good at this game. You usually have a pretty good pulse about who everybody's bet. So 7 guys. Let's go.
All right. We will go Cam Young.
Cam Young is number 5 on the list.
He's 5.
Number 5.
I thought he was going to be like 1 or 2. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, listen, like it's hard to get like a 20-1, 18-1 most tipped guy. So
you say that shit, but winners win here. I guess Cam Young's not a winner.
No, he's not.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. So I was gonna guess somebody else, but he's also not a winner. So let me stop. All right, let's see if everybody got the Brooks fever. Did everybody get the Brooks fever?
No, they did not get the Brooks fever.
Okay.
Brooks is not on the list.
Okay. All right.
Okay. All right. Strike one.
Let's go. Let's go, Ricky.
You're not doing too good this week.
Oh shit. Okay.
Ricky, strike two, not on the list.
Right, say hit.
All right, there you go. Number 6 on the list.
Damn, who the fuck is number 1? Jake Knapp.
Strike 3.
God damn.
Yeah, you flamed up pretty quick. All right, let's go reverse order. Number 7, Daniel Berger.
Why?
Well, he played all right at Sony, and he finished second here last year.
So second, lost by a touchdown.
That's true. He did lose by a touchdown. No moral victories there. Number 4, Nick Taylor. Okay. Whatever.
I'm all right with that. I'm okay.
You're all right with that? Okay.
Yeah,
Number 3.
He's like, if he can get going, he's somebody who, like, if I have him in contention, that makes me happy. He's a closer.
Okay. Number 3, Matt McNeely.
Oh, fuck off. That you're talking about a fucking loser. Holy shit.
He's playing good, though. He's good here.
He fucking sucks. God damn. Dude. I hate Matt McNeely. He fucking
You do. You do. All right. I got a feeling there's going to be a charity bet.
Hockey player, my ass. As a matter of fact, I'm going to deep dive that someday where I'm fucking bored and I'm going to figure out if he actually played hockey or that was some fucking tidbit he put out, because that is the least hockey guy that I've ever seen in my life.
Okay. All right. Number 2, the guy that you expressed interest in on Sunday, we went through the odds board, Andrew Novak, 80-1.
Oh, let's go. Oh, no, I don't like that. I bet him. Damn it.
Okay. And number 1, I was surprised because he played really poorly in his debut tournament here. And he just hasn't been that good for a couple months now.
Okay.
Sepp Straka is the number 1 most tipped golfer this week.
That's because that's 100% number driven. 100%.
It probably is. I mean, he looked pretty good with the numbers as far as what you want to target for this place. Like really between 150 and 200, hits a lot of fairways, won it the stadium course. Yeah.
People bet
and it's 50-1.
Yeah, exactly. There's still a 70 out there. I'm bet online. There's an 80 on FanDuel.
Is that with? Yeah, I mean, he hasn't been playing that good, so I'm not that surprised. Is that the without market or with market?
Yeah, I'm assuming it's whatever our insider sheet says. I'm assuming it's still without market.
Yeah, it's
or with market, not without. No.
All right.
Wow, that's an interesting list.
It is. There's a lot of really popular names that are not on that list. That
interesting.
Yeah. So, although I feel like this week, like there's a lot. I mean, there's a lot of guys under 100-1 that I liked. Kind of struggled getting a real sleeper for this place, just because of what it rewards for the most part. So, all right, let's go over the odds board. Let's bring up the.
How many people do you think are talking about weather other than us? Anybody? I haven't heard it once. Not great.
Usually start hearing about it tomorrow, like the final previews. So. I usually am up at crazy hours in the morning, so I will definitely get.
I know. I get the fucking texts that disturb me from my sleep at fucking 4:45 in the morning.
Hey man, early bird gets the worm, you know. Mm-hmm. So, no, I will post that probably like 5 a.m. tomorrow. Latest forecasts, what direction I'm going. I'll probably make a decision then. So, all right, let's bring up the odds board here. So obviously. The Scotty Scheffler talk. We don't need to talk about him this tournament. We don't need to talk about what he does. The question is, are you going to take him on in the outright market? Right now, it seems like he's in the quote unquote bad wave, but I don't think anyone knows right now what the bad wave truly is at this point. Yeah, exactly. So that's a moot point. I think we talked about it on Sunday. We are tired of having to deal with it. We're tired of losing. He's won here twice. So can't use the excuse maybe this isn't like a good course for him because there's a lot of things that go his way at this place.
Everything goes his way at all times.
Yeah, I mean, I think
ran over a cop with my car. I'd still be in fucking jail in Kentucky.
The last frontier for Scotty probably is Poana. After that, there really isn't a course that probably would trip him up theoretically. So I'm betting without market for him. The question is, do you do each way or do you do top 5? So why
don't you explain what each way is? Because we talked about this before. I had never have access to it. I understand what it is in concept. Like what is the benefit from betting in each way versus just betting a top 5?
All right. So basically you make 2 bets. You play an outright bet, but you make 2 bets. Let's say you want to bet $10 on somebody. You have a $10 for winning to win, but you also then have to put another separate $10 bet on each way. It's like insurance. It could be top 8s each way,
like
top 6
insurance?
each way. A little bit. And then you get, like, for example, on Bet Rivers, it's each way 6 places and you get 1/5 of the payout. So if it's 20-1, you bet them each way. If you finish in the top 6, you get 4-1 on it.
So that's actually the better way to go. But you have to do the math. You got to go see what you're getting.
Yeah. So basically, how I'm trying. So how I wanted to do it is I typically try and win 8.5 units on an outright. I wanted to win 3.5 on the top 5 to basically, if I hit 1 and based on how much I usually bet on outrights and what I was going to bet for the top 5 market, if I hit one of those, I would come out ahead. And doing each way actually doesn't really make sense if I'm doing it for that. So even though on some top 5 odds, I'm taking worse odds because of what I'm looking to win, the math actually makes more sense to go that route. So that's how I will be doing it. But it really depends on what your unit size is, how much you're looking to win. Each way might actually be where you want to go. So, but that's how that works.
You missed my joke. Okay. Yeah, so like I'm fucked in Florida because of the Seminole Mafia family and the crooked book called The Hard Rock. I don't have each way. My top 5s are always fucking miserable. So, but I think I actually have to start doing the top 5s. I have to because I'm not going offline books. I'm not dealing with that bullshit. Like I'm just not doing it. Like I did that for so long with Bookmaker and all these other places. They limit you. They break your balls to get your money out. Like it's
Got to deal with crypto on Bet Online.
Yeah,
your boomer ass can't handle that.
Listen, man, you're right. I'm not even going to argue.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not even going to argue.
All right. Well, let's go down the list then. So we're doing without Scotty market. So it's really a question of who you want to basically bet at this point. So you got a bunch of other options. Obviously, this is not the without prices. This is just factoring with Scotty.
Do you know what the without market is, or do you need me to pull it up?
So it's like 14-1 for Xander. It's basically pretty much everyone's like 5 to 10 points lower than the.
There's going to be somebody who sneaks through. There's going to be somebody who sneaks through with decent odds. But keep going while I talk.
Yeah. All right. So you got Xander, you got Hideki, Cam Young, Burns, Griffin, Siwoo Kim, Victor Hovland, Matt McNeely, Ricky Fowler, Brooks Koepka, Spawn, Morikawa, Goddard, Fitzpatrick, Harry Hall. I mean, that's a pretty solid range right there. Like, there's a lot of guys who are pretty good course fits here. A lot of guys who, even with the without price, with lower odds, it's, you can get like 31 on some decent guys. Of like that group of like 15 guys here, who are some guys who are kind of piquing your interest?
Love Cam Young. Plays well here. Per typical. Should play well here. I can't believe he was 5th. I thought he was going to be number 1.
Mm-hmm. Oh, in the tip chart?
Yeah, I thought he was going to be number 1. Like, he's playing well. He's in good form. Good course history here. There's really no reason not to bet him. I think that's a very fair number. Like, especially if you can get him at 25. Like, I got him at 25 at Hard Rock when it opened. So I think that's super fair. Like, man, like him and Sam Burns the same price. Like Sam Burns, he's bigger. He's more of a loser than fucking Cam Young. I looked at Ben Griffin.
Okay.
How does he fit here? His
Well,
course history is blah, but he wasn't Ben Griffin.
Yeah, so he's driving the ball really good. So that's a plus. I mean, he's got plus distance and he's hitting a lot of fairways. Iron play, he's not as strong from 150 to 200 as you might like, but he's a really good overseated putter. Decent birdie rates on the par fives. Like, you really got to take advantage of those 3 par fives at this golf course. I mean, he plays pretty well at like the stadium course. So desert area, similar with that. It's not bad. I had him highlighted on my sheets potentially if I get a sense that that's where the weather is going to be going, as far as I want to gravitate towards either the time slot he's playing or it doesn't matter.
He's
somebody
AM.
who I'm considering.
He's AM.
Right. So that's the thing. Like if that one forecast plays out where just everybody gets hammered with wind right in the morning and then the afternoon's a little easier, like that's just going to cross it out for me. But there was the other forecast where you get a nice little pocket from like 8 to 10:30.
Yeah.
So who knows at this point?
Yeah. So I don't know. So I like Cam Young, even though Davis Gaming called it out correctly, and he is typically in my gutless loser category. My opinion of 90% of these golfers they're all gutless losers. Some more than others, right? So now we're just gonna have to make like a chart of like legitimately gutless loser, just every once in a while gutless loser, just because I don't feel like there's any compete in a lot of these guys. Decky's interesting at 22 because he's playing well.
Yep.
But he off the box, I still feel like he's not there, and I feel like you have to have that here. But he's so good around the green. He's won here fucking twice, so like maybe it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, I mean, he was a better driver back in the mid 2010s though.
Well, obviously, I mean, he's younger. So, but
I mean, he's great.
20,
yeah, go ahead. Yeah, Xander 20. I mean,
kick rocks.
So kick rocks for him. Okay,
kick fucking rocks. That guy does not give a fuck about golf right now, based on the shape he showed up in, how he looked, his press conference, all the body language, all the narrative bullshit, and how he fucking played. Like, no, thank you. Xander can kick rocks.
Okay.
Sam Burns, loser. Siwoo Kim, I don't care. I don't trust it at all. I just don't. Like,
playing
whatever.
Great
like,
though.
I don't care. I don't trust it. He's playing great, but he's not going to win. So give me a top 5, top 10. I don't like this consistent Siwoo thing. It doesn't look good on him. So where do we go? 30? Did we stop at 30?
No, we stopped at like 40. So like the Goddard range, Morikawa, Fitzpatrick, Harry Hall, Harris English.
Yeah, everybody knows how I feel about McNeely. He is insanely not going to win. What about Hovland? He's got a bad course history though.
Yeah, let's talk about Hovland. So looks great on paper here. Dominates from like 100 or 150 to 200. The driver is a little squirrely, admittedly. But he's at least hitting decent amount of fairways last like 50 rounds. Lost a little bit of distance though. That might be a little more like long-term data. I'd have to take a look at that. But just like his overall profile though, you think like Hovland, pretty good with the driver, great iron player, good from these distances. For whatever reason, just has not panned out at this golf course. Now in 2020, that was when he first got the PGA Tour. Give him a little bit of a pass there. 2022, I think, was the damning year where he won twice in the fall. He won 2 weeks before coming to Phoenix over in Dubai in a really good field. And then he missed the cut. And then his next 3 tournaments after that was like top 10, top 5, second at the Players. So Phoenix served as a cooler.
But flying from Dubai, if he flew from Dubai, let's say he won on Sunday, stayed in Dubai.
No, I think
Sunday.
he had like 2 weeks in between.
Oh, then I will stop excusing him.
Yeah, it was a
very, very long flight.
Yeah, it was a cooler. Like it wasn't like, okay, he was playing kind of bad and that was just a continuation of it. It was a cooler. And then he kind of had a cooler situation in 2023 as well, where he's playing okay. Like he played the week before in Pebble. He finished T13, but he was right in the mix pretty much all day. So he played pretty good. And then the next week showed up to Phoenix, played okay. It was like a T50 finish. Nothing really to write home about, though. He was like 9 strokes back of the lead after 36 holes. Didn't do anything over the weekend. And then he actually played pretty well shortly after that, too. So is it just something about this golf course? He just doesn't fit his eye. This is the first time he's played here in a couple of years.
Now there's going to be thicker rough around the green that he's going to have to chip out of.
No, that's the thing. It's I think the shorter grass is still going to remain. It's mostly I think it's just the rough off the fairway that's what's going to be longer. Okay. So that's not really going to impact him. I don't know. It's odd. You would think he'd be better here. I want to take the contrarian angle on him. Maybe in DFS that is the play. Take a contrarian angle. For outright though, it's hard for me to look at him when there's other names around him that I think either have shown success here.
Who do you like? Who do you like better?
Obviously, I like Cam Young. All right, so taking wave split, weather, all of this out of here.
Yeah.
So I probably could bet. I was thinking about betting maybe 2 guys up here in the without market among Cam Young. Hit the ball great at Torrey Pines last week. Just has kind of like the look of like it, ready to win multiple times this year.
Yeah, finally popped this cherry last year.
Yeah, got a lot of length, but hits enough fairways to be consistent, stay out of trouble. He's got a 12th here and 8th here. Good some of the comp courses, so he's on the radar.
His without number is pretty good. It's 19. It's 25 without.
It kind of limits. It kind of limits how much I can actually do with the without market, especially with like the risk of being dead heated. I might kind of want to have more people, to kind of get a couple guys there.
Oh, so if you get 3 guys in second, you get dead heated on the without.
Yeah, market? that's the problem with this market. Yeah, that's the downside of this thing.
No fucking way.
Which is why you pair it with the top 5, but then you're actually committing a lot of like funds, or you committed with an each way.
Can't imagine getting dead heated on a without market. I would.
And you also could theoretically get dead heat on the each way too if you got like 3 guys tied for 6th.
Ugh.
It's not great. It's not a great. There's a reason why I didn't want to.
Can Tim Tebow come grab Scotty Scheffler and be like, let's do the mission work together, please? Like, I gave up football, you can give up golf. Let's go spread the word of Jesus Christ to everybody. Can we do that, please? Tim Tebow, please. You're definitely not listening to this because it's a parental advisory. But if you did, please come steal Scotty Scheffler.
All right. I mean, I'm considering Siwoo and just continuing the hot form. That feels like donkey chalk, and like it's just gonna come back to bite me. But that is an example of one of the extremes of just he hits a lot of fairways.
So he's just
never gonna be. So that's the thing. It's an auto reflex in my brain because we've been doing this for so long. We've been talking about Scottsdale for so long that he sucked for a while. His last couple appearances have been better. They haven't been great, but they've been better. Like I think he's got like a top 25 finish here, like a top 20 finish here. So it's getting better at least. Okay. The iron play has been tremendous, especially from this range. Like he's won at the stadium course, so I know he can putt on the overseed. Good rates on the good birdie rates on the par 5s. So considering that, I know you hate Matt McNeely, but I'm considering him in a without market because, hey, he can still be a loser and cash that bet.
You talk about somebody who'll dead heat it, it'll be him. He'll be the dead.
Okay. But I don't have to worry about him winning.
Yeah. As you shouldn't, because he's these things.
But he fits. He's got pretty good distance, pretty good control off the tee, pretty good from between 150 and 200. Good putter in the overseed, playing well, hitting his irons relatively well. Like fits a lot of things you're looking for, and he's been really good at Scottsdale. Also considering Harris English as well.
Okay.
Played okay last week, but good driver. A plus distance, plus accuracy. He's really good between 150 and 200. He's a really good overseeded putter. Decent some of the comp courses. He's been okay here.
Okay.
That's somebody. Now, unfortunately, I think he's on the wrong wave right now, so I'd have to maybe see.
It's still early. Early.
But
he plays good in shitty conditions, really.
Yeah, maybe that can help him on Thursday.
Think about what he did in La Jolla.
Yeah.
In the bad.
So so those are the four I'm really looking at. I probably can only pick two.
Yeah, don't bet
of those.
He's a fucking loser. Don't bet.
We'll see. We'll see. It's going to depend on how the weather goes, I think.
I know he's in the PM wave. I don't care. He still stinks.
Yeah. Thought about Goddard up too. I just have a rule of if you play TGL this week, I'm just not going to pick you.
Wait, what? Is that a rule now?
I'm
TGL.
I'm just setting it as a rule. I know Rory won because he played TGL, but it's also Rory McIlroy, guys. Okay.
But wait, how do you even know he played TGL?
He played Monday.
How do you know he played TGL?
Because I check every week now.
Oh my God.
So basically he flew from Torrey Pines, flew all the way to Jupiter, flew all the way back. So and I know it affects guys differently. It might not mean anything. I'm just setting as a general rule for an outright.
Wasn't Justin Rose? Wasn't Justin Rose just playing TGL? Isn't he?
No, he played 2 weeks ago, and he sucked off the plane at Amex.
Okay. Well, listen.
He's also 46 years old. I like him too. I just wish he didn't play TGL this week.
He was my one and done last week. He played all right. He fits everything that you should have here.
Yeah. No, I considered him. It just I can't bet everybody.
I love the fact that you're taking the stance against TGL. What's going to happen when we have Joe on? What are you going to do? You're not going to be able to.
I'll play nice. I'll play nice. Well, I'll talk about the spear and how great of a hole that is. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. I already know what the fuck that means. All right, let's go. Let's move on. All right,
let's move down in range. Let's go past like 45 and go to like 80 to 1. So who are some guys in like the mid tier you like?
So Sahith is chalk. Like I've seen him in the Discord, and I'm barely on Twitter. And I scrolled Twitter today for a little bit and saw him all over the place on Twitter. I'm good with chalk Sahith.
Okay.
Yeah, I get the talent, and I get he could have had a down year. Who knows what was going on in his personal life, that type of shit. But I'm good. I'll pass on huge misses, kill you, and we'll see if that rough helps him out or not. Jordan Spieth can kick fucking rocks too. Took him in the major draft because he's supposedly healthy. We saw him for one so far, and he doesn't seem like he's gonna play this and then Pebble, and who knows. I like Knapp. I think he's in the bad wave though. Prototypical, yeah, I know, but prototypical, like he should be good here. He seems like he's dealing with the off-field issues pretty well, right? Maybe channeling it into work.
Okay.
So, and I like that story, right? Like I didn't like it at first because he had a mullet and he was a bouncer. I get it, he's a bouncer, but he came up different than these guys. Like he did, and so I don't know. I always like people who come up different than the entire industry and like do well, right? And he seems like a nice kid.
Okay.
Corey Connors, ha. We're not a Valero. Kurt Kitayama, fetch is never going to be a thing. Thor, nope.
No.
Okay. No, he's a loser on Sunday. He wasn't even in contention, and he was shit on Sunday. This Sunday, he is bad on Sundays. You guys want a fucking head-to-head bet? Just fucking pick on Thor on a Sunday. Doesn't matter if he's in contention or out of contention. He has the Sunday fucking yips. He blows on Sunday. Windy, maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I guess out of those guys, Cootie's got. Oh, I can't believe Cootie wasn't on that list. Pearson Cootie wasn't on the tip chart.
He was not.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Cootie does everything you want to do well here.
I was a week too early on him. I bet him at Amex and then didn't go back to him at Tory.
Yeah, so he was. Yeah, I had him in some placements and some DFS.
Okay.
Yeah, I like Cootie at that number. Which Højgaard do you like? I legitimately, I'm not even kidding. I just bet them both when I bet them. Since we started that shtick like last year, I just bet them both because I don't know. I legit like I don't know whose game does what. I can pretend I do, but I don't.
I still prefer Nikolai over Rasmus, but
Nikolai's like the Siwoo of the brothers, right? The fucking roller coaster.
I mean, have you watched Rasmus play?
So I get it.
Same
confused.
thing.
So Rasmus is okay. So I don't
They're
know.
both
Which
both
one was on the
roller
right?
coasters. Yeah.
There's Rasmus, right?
Well, no, Nikolai played at the one in Italy, Marco Simone, and then Rasmus played at Bethpage.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Yeah. So they're both on there.
All right. So I like Cootie.
Okay.
I like Cootie. Scroll back down again.
Go back up.
Oh, Nick Taylor. Maybe Nick Taylor. Maybe I'll jump Taylor and Knapp depending on the wave split if it's real.
Okay. The guys I like here, I mean, Cootie's on the list as well. I liked him at Amex and played well again at Torrey Pines last
I wish
week.
they showed more shots of him.
I mean, it's hard. The TV, the television coverage still struggles to identify the guys who we want to actually watch.
I'll give him a pass this week because they showed a bunch of Brooks and they knew that would put eyeballs on TV, so I'll give him a pass. But as soon as they put out another fucking like featured group with Kevin Kisner, that's when I lose my fucking shit again.
Yeah. But Cootie's on the list, just playing great. Hitting his irons pretty good lately. You know, birdies. Yeah, Murs it off the tee. Good overseated putter. Played all right at Amex. Played great. Torrey last week. So he's a talented guy. So I like. I think so. Quote unquote bad wave. Wyndham Clark. Possibly going back to him. I'm not concerned about what happened last week because he just hasn't had a very good Torrey history. So that doesn't faze me.
And he's
going back.
Asshole. Wyndham Clark is an asshole.
He is an asshole, but
which you would think I would.
We bet on a lot of assholes in this sport. So
he's like a special asshole.
Yes. Speaking of asshole, Daniel Berger, an asshole. That's somebody I'm considering though, still, just because it fits a lot of what I'm looking for as far as good on these desert courses, good here, really good between 150 and 200. The putter is starting to come alive a little bit. That was what really killed him the second half of last year. Good overseated putter as well. So considered him for this without market top 5. I'm going with Sam Stevens. They might maybe going back to him.
That guy is that when you bet on that guy or you put that guy in your DFS lineup, that's like putting 2 Trojans on. Like he is the safest. Doesn't make birdies, doesn't do anything fun, just pass stuff and somehow still fucks up 8-foot fucking. Like I am done with Sam Stevens. Done. Done.
You want charity bet it this week?
Yeah, against though. Let's go.
Let me pull up Data Golf here. Let's see the matchups.
He tickles you and you're like, ooh, okay, maybe this guy's got it. And then he fucking doesn't got it because his name is Sam fucking Stevens.
All right. Well, one of them you're definitely not going to want to take. It's he's paired up against Christian Bezuidenhout.
No, absolutely not.
Okay. And then the other one I actually like who he's paired up with because that's another guy I'm considering this week. Matt McCarty.
Does he fit this course?
I think he does. He's really good between 150 and 200. He's a great putter. He's going to hit a lot of fairways.
Okay.
So won a Black Desert. So he's won in a desert.
Yeah, no, I know. I talked about it. I know that's actually why I brought it up when we were talking on Saturday.
No, I mean he's got a crap course history here, but that was when he was playing really bad at the beginning of the year after he won.
Yeah, after winning.
Yeah, but like he played well at the stadium course a couple weeks ago. Like you could do the same thing here.
Yeah, listen, I love McCaddy.
Yeah.
I do. I love McCaddy.
Yeah.
I do. I had him down originally, and he's in the good wave, and he's 70-1 still.
Yeah, again, good wave.
Good wave. You don't have to quote it. Everybody knows. Quote it. Good wave. We don't know yet.
Okay.
All
right.
And Danny Berger, fucking 56 at Amex. I don't know. Some bullshit at the Sony Open. I still think he's a Ponzi scheme.
He might be, but in a without market, that might work for you.
Not if he comes in fucking 38th.
That's true. That's true. So, all right. Anybody else down here past this range? I had a couple guys I like.
You gotta scroll.
All right. Maybe we'll kick it to you. So here's your boy Bridgman that you love.
No, horrible course fit. McGreevy kicked Rogers
Okay.
was a loser.
Novak.
Max Homa, fuck out of here. Novak I bet. Novak I bet already. I was on him last week. I loved the number last week on him. I played him in DFS. He's a really good golfer. Like he's good. And I don't think he's a pussy. Like I think of most of these golfers. So that's definitely a caveat. Like when I bet guys like that, like he's still kind of a loser, but at least I feel like he wants to go out and win, right? Like he wants to go out and win. Like if it's between him and Akshay, like give me fucking Novak all day. And who's he married to? Is it Novak married to some golf royalty daughter?
I have no idea who any of these people are married to. So no idea.
Fair enough. That's right. That's my lane. Jaeger played really fucking well last week.
He did. He seems like someone who can still reach those cactus bushes, though.
That was my literal next statement. He misses so bad that I'm not quite sure. But he's a good golfer. I mean, we know he can go toe to toe with Scotty.
Yeah. Well, okay. you're poking the bear there.
I know.
Okay. All right.
Bud Colley, we like Colley.
Do we like Bud Colley?
We like Bud Colley. Great story. Guy got a car accident and he's made his way back.
All right.
We like Bud Colley.
Okay.
I don't know about this Wrighton guy that everybody's been trying to stick down my fucking throat because the data says he's good. Meanwhile, he fucking blows when it actually goes on and has to play golf.
Okay. I don't have a comeback to that.
Yeah. I'm not quite sure why people like this guy.
I mean, man hits ball far, man makes putts. That's essentially the argument.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Good between 150 and 200 though.
Not great. Apparently, in theory, I feel like he's in theory.
It's probably like 7 rounds, but hey, scoreboard, bitch.
If you remind me, which you won't, because you won't want to hear this joke, because we're already running at an hour. I have an in theory joke. It's possibly inappropriate. I'd have to think about it before I said it. But there's an in theory joke that works for Marco Pinja's game.
Okay. Why don't we just move on?
We won't do it tonight. We'll wait. We don't want to get.
Why don't we say it for the Masters, possibly?
Yeah, there we go. Perfect.
Okay, there you go. When all eyes will be on us, and we're going to offend the most people as possible.
Listen, that's how you get clicks now. Apparently, fuck it. You just say the most outrageous shit. People are like, that's it.
Definitely not me talking about low pressure systems entering Arizona. That's probably not how
we can play. We can play both sides. We can one episode. We can say we're not going to give a gay couple a marriage cake because we're against it, and then the next one we could say we're going to the I don't know the ICE protest or whatever. We can play both sides and we can get all the views. That's all these other internet hustlers do.
All right, can I go over guys I like after that? All right.
Yeah, you should.
All right. I think Rasmus Niergaard Peterson's good. He had it going on Sunday, and then I think he is. I think he's actually decent. I think he's going to be okay coming over the PGA Tour from the DP World Tour. He drives a good, solid iron numbers I have on him. The putting is definitely a lot to be desired, but from a ball striking perspective, I think he can drive it pretty well here. I think he can have another good finish. Hao Tong Lee,
fucking mild, doesn't he?
He hits it enough. He's not the longest guy, but he hits it enough. Hao Tong Lee's playing really good right now. Going back to about the Open Championship last year, I love Hao Tong Lee. I love Chinese DJ.
Oh, Chinese DJ. Oh, you fucked me on that. Why would you do that to me?
He's great. He's great. He's great. He's a classic. And
I think he's fun. I think he's funny.
Did you watch the hole-in-one video with him on the PGA Tour socials?
I did. Yeah,
that's pretty good. That's pretty.
Yeah,
I mean, they probably rigged it at the end for him to get a hole-in-one on the last shot, but his reactions are really good. He has a very very unique laugh, I would say. But you talk about a guy who has a great combination of length and accuracy that fits very well here. The iron's been really good, between 150 and 200 as well. Just playing solid golf for the last 6 months or so. Like him a lot in the quote unquote good wave too, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Are we buying the Tony Finau's back?
Fuck no.
He hit the ball pretty good last week.
I don't give a fuck. No.
Okay. I'm noticing he doesn't have any pop off the tee still. That's still a little concerning, but if the ball striking is starting to come back, it's not a terrible thing.
He got an ace. I mean, that's legitimately at best, at worst, a fucking
worth a shot and a half, probably.
Yeah, exactly.
At least.
So I don't know. I'm good. Like you said, his swing doesn't look the same.
Well, his swing has never looked very good. He's got a very inside takeaway, and that probably is why he's struggling as he ages. Can't really time that up too good now. Johnny Kiefer, I think, has a lot of upside. Hitting the ball really good.
I had him in DFS. He turned into a loser on Saturday.
Okay.
Sunday.
If you want to go to one end or some extreme as far as I don't want to go bomber. Let's go guy who's going to hit a lot of fairways. Sami Valimaki. He hasn't been playing all that good ever since he won, but at least the profile on him. He's going to hit a lot of fairways. Good between 150 and 200. Great overseated putter. That could work here. Who else? That's really about it though. So I'm taking, the without market and top 5, and I don't know. That's about it.
It's tough. I get it. Yeah.
It is. It's a tough week. You got the weather, you got the rough, you got Scotty. Yay.
Yay, Scotty's around.
Yay.
Most exciting golfer of a generation who doesn't move the needle for the sport.
All right. Well, like I said, I will post in the Discord another weather update bright and early tomorrow morning. I will probably start making decisions tomorrow morning about what I'm going to do. Hopefully we get a solid weather report across the board where at least can see some consistency. I will put my card out on Discord. It will be some combination of guys I mentioned tonight with some top 5s, maybe some each ways of the math makes sense. I got to look at that again. And then we will be back on Saturday for the Pebble preview and also some Super Bowl bets to get your takes on the game the next day, how you're feeling, how's Drake May's shoulder.
Looks good.
All
good.
That
Shoulder
stuff.
looks good. Shoulder looks good. I talked to the trainer today. Looks good.
Okay. All right. You caught passes from him today? Did they have a lot of zip on the ball?
It did look good.
It did?
Zipping
okay.
it.
All right, good.
Zipping it.
Inside sources right here. So I have my inside sources to Ruff. Capper apparently has inside sources to Drake May. So we all have our strengths.
I am worried. I will say I am worried that the Patriots are back to their they're going into long, elongated answers about everything else. They ask about the shoulder. They say he's fine. And there was never anything wrong with it. But then May says, it turned the corner when we landed the plane. I'm like, what? And then they did a fake practice that wasn't media scheduled for Monday. They got no pictures of it, but they were oh, he threw the ball. I was did he? We have no video of him throwing the ball. The Patriots put out a clearly edited video of him throwing the ball and like Diggs doing one-handed catches. I was like, this. I have no idea who threw that ball. Like, could be from
All right,
judgment.
so to be continued. You might be at DEFCON 1 on Saturday night. Then, if you have 5 more days to stew about this, to go down rabbit holes, to just break down obsessively which arm he's holding a bag or a clipboard in. Yeah, that's what you're gonna be doing for 5 days.
Nope. Sam Darnold is still on the other side. And I wrote an article for the newsletter this week. And so I sent that to Josh today. So I have a handful of, I would say the overs you shouldn't rush to get, but the unders. Oh no, wait, I had that opposite. The unders you shouldn't rush to get, the overs you should. Based on how, right? So oh, actually, let me ask you this. So I wrote this down. This makes no sense to me. So DraftKings is offering Seattle attempts a pass from the 1 yard line. Yes, plus 550. No, plus 1100.
Wait.
Thank you.
Plus 550. No. Well, that's obviously going to get voided. Because
I've checked the last 3 fucking hours and they haven't changed it.
No, I know, but somebody will probably they'll get bets on that. They'll get smart asses trying to think they're going to game the system, and then they'll just go to the house rule saying, "Oh, well, this was mispriced. We're going to void it."
So I did that to a local on I think it was the Open where they did like a group bet, like, and it was like 4 golfers, and it was like 450. It was whatever it was. I was like, I maxed it out to guarantee I made like $1,500 guaranteed. I was like, well, this is the only bet I need to make this tournament. Yay.
So I did that in 2016 to an offshore where they had will a horse win the Triple Crown? And it was yes, like plus 400, no, plus 300 or something. So I laid big bets on both things. I was smart. Well, they voided the no bets and left it as yes.
Yeah, fucking scumbags.
But that was the year American Pharaoh won the Triple Crown. So fuck
Let's
you guys.
Go. Fuck you. Exactly. Karma, baby.
Big win.
Hey, but listen,
big win.
Listen, if anybody listening, has might as well go lay it. See if they void it. You can always bitch and moan, and I'm sure you'll get something for it. Fucking go lay it. Because I mean, I was like, I looked at it like 7 times. I was like, I have to make sure this is right. I'm looking at it again. All right. I'm like looking from or at. I'm like, this is free money. It's legitimately free money.
Yeah. Well, they're gonna void it. So
fucking DraftKings
and keep the side that you don't want.
Yeah, so, exactly right.
Yeah.
But so for overs, Barner 2.5.
Yeah.
Catches. That's easy. That's already at like minus 150. That's bumping. And then Holland's ladder, I've already taken. Mac Holland's ladder, 28 yards at minus 113, 40 plus 169, 50 plus 270, 60 plus 425, and 80 at 10-1. And Drake May over rushing yards at 37.5 for minus 119.
All right, I'm gonna save mine for Saturday. I'm still putting mine together.
Well, I just want to get the overs because the overs are gonna keep moving up by the time we get to Saturday.
Yeah,
they're gonna be 3 yards off.
Okay. All right. Well, that's our show. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back on Saturday with Pebble Beach preview, a 3rd round update of Scottsdale, and then we'll go over Super Bowl bets. So thanks for watching, everybody, tonight.
Yep. And once again, if you guys aren't already subscribed to YouTube, please go hit subscribe, like, all that good stuff. And we will see you on Saturday for, as Steve said, probably a man and capper. Talk to you guys then. Bye.